Hello, folks. It's Johnny Jack here with the dream interview we've all dreamed of. The interview with Ken Kratz. He would not agree to go on camera, so this is a voice interview only. He did promise to answer honestly and give us the answers that we've been asking the questions to for so long. The hard questions, the questions about planted evidence, who planted it, and such. The questions that we already know the answers to, but we haven't gotten the answers. We've gotten the runaround. So this is that interview, the dream interview. I dreamed of it just a week ago, and here it is now for you to hear. So I won't make you wait any further. Here is the interview with Ken Kratz. In 3, 2, 1. Hey, Ken. Thanks a lot for sitting down with me this evening. There's going to be some questions that I have on the list here that I want to go over with you, but the first question that I want to ask you is, looking back at the documentary and watching it, if you were to say something to yourself, to that person 10 years ago, what would you say to Ken Kratz?
Ken, you're a piece of shit.
Wow, Ken, I don't even know how to respond to you calling yourself a piece of shit, except that I think my listeners would probably agree to that, so I'm not going to argue with you on that matter. Here's a question I have for you. You spoke to me last night about some meetings that you have had with a couple of defense attorneys that you're friends with. Now that you're a defense attorney, in your meetings, how would you look at this case based on where you are now as a defense attorney?
Stephen Avery may be guilty. We still think the cops may have been involved where he deserves another trial.
That's interesting, Ken, coming from you. So the fact that you brought up a new trial and how the cops were involved somehow, there is speculation that the blood was planted in the SUV by Detective Coburn or Detective Link by means of a Q-tip, or maybe it could have been done with a needle. How do you think that blood got put in that SUV, and would it be that hard to actually plant the blood in the SUV? How is that even possible to happen?
The blood gets in there through a needle going through the top of the purple top tube. It's no more complicated than that.
Okay, Ken, hold on just a second. You're saying that the blood was planted. I want to know who put that hole in the tube. Who's the one that ran the needle through the tube to get the blood to plant in that SUV? Was it you, Ken? Did you do that?
Yeah, I was the one that put that hole in the tube.
No surprise there, Ken. I kind of figured you had something to do with it since you were so hell-bent on having these two guys convicted for a crime that they didn't commit, in my opinion. Now, there's a rumor out there that there was a nurse that was interviewed by Detective Link and Detective Coburn. Not very many people know about this, but who else knows about this interview that was done with this nurse?
The lawyers knew that there was a nurse who was interviewed.
Okay, Ken. And then what happened after Detective Coburn and Detective Link interviewed this nurse?
A report was done.
Okay, a report was done. And this is where things get a little shady for me. After the report was done, what did Detective Link and Detective Coburn tell you happened to her right in front of them?
She just died.
Wow. And from what I understand, that report has been missing and was never turned in. So what a big coincidence, because from what I understand, that report contradicted the timeline that the state presented in its case against Stephen Avery and Brendan Dassey. Do you want to tell Detective Link or Detective Coburn anything as of today, now that this new information has come out? Is there something that you want to tell them since they're going to be listening to this interview?
Look, my defense attorney now. I'm in private practice now, and as a defense attorney, I've got more in common with Dean Strang and Jerry Buting than I do with the state of Wisconsin right now.
So am I to assume by that comment that you're telling them you want them to hire you as their defense attorney for this case with this nurse?
Stop.
Oh, okay, I get it. Like attorney-client privilege, you can't talk about it. Okay, I understand that. Ken, I have one more question for you, and then our time is up, but I have one more question for you. When is the best time to sext or take advantage of a female domestic violence victim? When is the best time to go after them?
I don't sext anybody, much less victims of domestic violence, and so I wouldn't do that.
Okay, I understand you can't really answer that, but let's just say hypothetically, you have someone that's been victimized by someone. Hypothetically, when would the opportune time be to take advantage of that person?
The first 3 weeks.
I really didn't think you were going to answer that question. I was just kidding, but that's pretty sick. So that's all the time I have, folks, here. Please subscribe to my channel so you'll get notices on new